Hey folks, Jim at DrumART, and I just wanted to follow up on the video I posted earlier announcing the DrumART 4.0 rollout and Shopify e-commerce platform transition. This video is going to go through more of what the new areas and the new features of the website are. So what some of the benefits are going to be, and just to sort of flesh that out a little bit more. So on the homepage, as you can see, there's more just sort of information here, news, announcements, reviews, the latest additions to the customer gallery, our newsletter sign up at the bottom, just all kinds of stuff, basic homepage stuff. One thing that will not change, and we had to work very, very hard to get moved into the Shopify system. I mean, if you're on Shopify, generally you're selling widgets, you're selling many of the same thing. But for us, DrumART is essentially, we sell nothing the same. Every single thing we do is bespoke and unique. So making a website like DrumART work in an e-commerce platform like Shopify is a very, very difficult thing. May not seem like it would be, but holy cow, I'm here to tell you it is. So anyway, all that said, the HeadBuilder that you've all sort of, our existing customers know and love, and if you're a new customer, you will learn to love it, is fully the same. In fact, it's been improved quite a bit from the standalone, the standalone legacy system that we've been on for the past 10 plus years. So anyway, as you can see, you can still do all the same things you could always do: add, upload images, multiple images, layer images, text, fonts, ports, port protectors, manufacturer logos, you name it. All that can be done in the HeadBuilder. These designs can be saved. As you can see here, this is my account, and yeah, I've obviously been doing a bunch of testing, so there's a bunch of crap basically just sitting in here. But you can see these are, all kinds of different things. Images from our image repository, images that I uploaded, images of my son playing lacrosse. Here we go. So anyway, there's a ton of, you can do anything in the head, well, not anything, but you can do a lot in the HeadBuilder. And it's a pretty cool tool. We're very happy, very proud of it, and we're very, very glad that we were able to keep and maintain the functionality through the Shopify transition. So in addition to the stuff that has been on DrumART.com, we've made major improvements to other things as well. So our customer image gallery, for example, these are drum heads that we've done over the years. This has now been streamlined. It's much more what's the word I'm looking for? Like efficient. It loads as you scroll versus trying to load everything and just bogging down systems. And it's just much more elegant. You can search by band name if you want. You can randomize, which is always fun if you're looking for inspiration. It's just, and then you can show up to 50 or 48 per page, which is pretty cool. So just a much more a better use of resources and space and all that stuff. Then we've added a couple of other things. We've added the ability for clients to send photos, so customer photos, like think baby photos almost, which is really pretty cool. And over the 30 almost years that we've been doing this, I got to tell you, there are hundreds, if not thousands, well, there are thousands, definitely. There might even be tens of thousands of images that we've received over the years from, the likes of Weird Al, for example. There's just, famous drummers and drummers who are just like you and me. So it's pretty cool. And if you have cool images, if you want to see your stuff up here on the customer photo gallery, please feel free to send your images along. We'll be happy to add them. Another section, this is kind of fun and cool, or not, maybe you're interested, maybe you're not, but is this Shop Shots gallery. And Shop Shots is going to be basically like a weekly updated compendium of some of the stuff that we're doing in any given week. So we'll take 5, 10, 15 of the coolest drum heads that we do in a week, take photos, post those. Again, just trying to give folks the ability to, first of all, see their own stuff up online, especially if the designs are really cool, as well as get a look into, what's happening at DrumART. Here's a bunch of heads that we got in on an order from, I think that's Aquarian or maybe Remo, I'm not sure. Here's a photo that is definitely an Aquarian order. So just look inside, here's a day of shipping. So just a look at the business, and I don't know, sometimes people are interested in that stuff, and we're happy to share. Another much improved area of the website is the news section. It hasn't really been fleshed out too much yet, but we will be using this very frequently to post announcements, to post updates about inventory, about whatever. And luckily, the Shopify system allows for much better inventory management, and so it's one of the major reasons that we're doing this transition, is because it's going to allow us to be much more efficient with our time and our resources, which will in turn allow us to be much more responsive to our customers. The video section, I'm also really looking forward to this, both in terms of I don't know, just kind of fun around the shop stuff, but then also the ability to add like explainer videos and example videos. Sometimes we get questions all the time. What's the difference between this finish and that finish? What's the difference between this head type and that head type? All this kind of stuff. We're going to be making content regularly to help sort of explain all this stuff that maybe part of one of our things is we offer a lot of options. We offer a lot of flexibility. We want to be basically the answer for everybody, but that can also be overwhelming and confusing. So we're trying to do our part to make that much easier to digest, and visual, and videos are a great way to do that. The blog section also, I tend to like to write and talk apparently. So this will be for that. Reviews, this is done through shopper approved, unfiltered reviews from our customers. So when we send Drumheads out, we ask for honest feedback from customers, and we get it and we post it here. We don't edit it. We don't review it or anything. It's just what people are saying is here, and hopefully it makes folks more confident in what we do. And finally, and maybe probably, but definitely not least, is the help system. Much more robust, much more powerful, but you can search for stuff. We are doing a better job of organizing this stuff and hopefully answering questions that people have, because oftentimes if you can help yourself and find the answer that you want, like at 3 a.m. or whenever you're browsing, it's better than waiting for a response to an email and that sort of thing. So always happy to get suggestions about stuff to include here, and because if you have the question, probably 100 other people have the question. So anyway, so that's a quick run through, and then obviously the biggest thing is the connection to Shopify. All of the back-end content and all of the back-end systems that Shopify offers are now available to DrumART customers. So like if you have a Shopify account profile, addresses, saved credit cards, all that stuff, you can now have access to all of that through the DrumART system via Shopify. So very cool. It's going to make order management much more efficient. It's going to make shipping and tracking and all that stuff just way better. So we're very excited about the transition. We have many more improvements coming, especially we're from here, right, almost immediately after this, we're going to be completely overhauling the HeadBuilder interface. So the UI and all of the things that are available, curved text, mirroring, snapping to grids and snapping to center. So all kinds of different things that, it's never going to be Photoshop. I don't want it to be Photoshop. Who's going to build an online Photoshop except Photoshop? But it can be better, and we're going to work hard to make that happen. So anyway, long video, apologies, but I hope everybody sees that, I'm excited about this. I hope you're excited about it as well. And ultimately, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your support over the years. We've been at this since '95, so 30 years basically. I mean, in one way or another, full time since 2007, 8. So we've been at it a while, and I feel like this is the next step to sort of keep DrumART moving in a good direction, and being as responsive and supportive to our clients as we can be, while being as efficient and as as lean and mean as we can be as well. So thanks again, appreciate your time, and please reach out if you have any questions. info@drumart.com, info@drumart.com, and as always, thank you.